Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. So, hey, in today's video, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects and topics when it comes to investing. So, what exactly am I talking about here? I'm talking about dividend paying stocks. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining to you exactly what dividend stocks are. And then I'm also going to, just give you a little bit of an idea and explain to you exactly how many times you can expect your dividend stocks to pay out their dividend to you per year. So before we go ahead and dive into this video, if you could just do me a huge favor, find the thumbs up button right here beneath this video somewhere, otherwise also known as the like button, and just give that little thumbs up button a tap for me. It should light up. And if you just tap that thumbs up button for me, I would really appreciate it. It helps out my channel a ton. And like I said, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking the time to do that. And without any further delay, let's just go ahead and get right into the video. So what the heck are dividend stocks? So dividend stocks are a little different than any of the other type of stocks you may have heard of like growth stocks or, any other type of stocks that you might have heard of. So when it comes to dividend stocks, what separates dividend stocks from any other type of stocks is that dividend stocks pay out what's called a dividend. So when you purchase shares of a dividend stock, you're obviously buying and investing into a business. It's not just some like imaginary thing or just a ticker symbol that goes across the screen. You're investing into some particular business. So when you go on and you purchase one share of stock of a dividend stock, what you're doing is you're purchasing a very micro fraction part of a business, and that's your little bit of ownership that you own within that company. So when you buy that portion, that one share of that dividend stock, you are now a very micro fraction owner and investor into that company. And these companies that are dividend paying stocks, what they do, and this is what differentiates dividend stocks from other type of stocks, is that dividend stocks or companies pay out to their investors like you and me. They reward us for being an investor into their company in the form of what's a dividend. So a dividend is the cash return that they, pay out to us. So these dividend stocks, they pay out dividends, which is another way of saying, money or profits to us. They share the profits with us. So quarter by quarter or, annually or whatever way that, different companies do it, various different ways. But the typical is that most dividend stocks pay out their dividend every business quarter. So if you're not too familiar with business quarters are roughly every 3 months. So when a company reports, how they did in that quarter, they're going to mention how much money that they've earned, how much money they've spent. They're going to go over all the finances of that business quarter, how well that company has done. And then they're going to pay out their dividend if they're a dividend paying company. And that's what we're talking about in this video is dividend paying stocks. So when this dividend paying stock pays out their dividend, for every share that you own of that stock, you're going to receive, a certain percentage of the profit from that company. And so say, for example, there's a company and their dividend that they pay annually is $1. So what they're going to do is they're going to take that $1 and they're going to divide it by 4 business quarters. And then they're going to say, okay, we're going to pay you, the investor, 25 cents for every share that you own of our stock each business quarter. So if you own one share and on that first business quarter comes, they're going to pay you 25 cents for that one share. And if you own 2 shares, then for those 2 shares in that first business quarter, they're going to pay you 50 cents and so on and so forth. And you're going to continue to get paid that dividend each and every quarter that goes by, as long as that company continues to do well financially. And that's how dividend stocks work. And it's typically, not always, but it's typically more mature companies that are making, really good profits that can afford to, pay out a form of their profits to investors. And the idea behind this is it's to entice investors who are looking to, they're looking to invest their cash to get some type of financial return, which is going to be, in the form of a dividend. So they're looking to find it. These companies are looking to pay out, a small portion of the profit that their companies are making to investors, and the investors are looking to look for a place like, where can I invest my money and get, a cash return? So that's the perfect place, dividend stocks. So companies reward you and me, the investors, for investing our money with them over the long run. And, quarter by quarter, we get the, quarterly returns of a dividend being paid out to us. And the really good companies don't only just pay you a dividend quarter by quarter, but, annually, the really good companies, which are called dividend growth companies, they will raise and, increase the amount of the dividend. So after maybe a year of paying out the same dividend, 25 cents per quarter, maybe after that last quarter, and they roll over into the next year, they're going to say, okay, we're no longer going to pay 25 cents per quarter. Maybe we're going to pay 30 cents per quarter. So it's kind of like if you got a raise, from the company and you don't even work there, you're just an investor. But that's where the real reward, kicks in as just being a long-term investor. You might have started off, investing in a company, and they started off, per quarter paying 25 cents per quarter. And over the long run and over the years, that might raise up to $1 per quarter. And I mean, you haven't done any more work, or you haven't invested any more cash. You're just staying with the company, staying invested, just keeping your money invested within the company. And the longer and longer you stay as a buy and hold investor in that company, in that dividend stock, you're just reaping greater and greater rewards financially, because your dividend is just reinvesting and growing. And the amount of money that this company is paying out to you, the investor, in this dividend stock that you're holding, it's just growing and growing. So your income is, growing more and more simply by you just holding this dividend stock. That's what makes dividend stocks so great. And like I said, you can expect these dividend stocks to pay out, each and every quarter, but that's not always the case. There is some companies that pay, once or twice a year. Some pay, each and every quarter, like I said. So those are the regular dividend stocks pay each quarter. Now, there is some companies, like I mentioned, they pay, their irregular dividend stocks. They still pay consistently, but they're going to be irregular dividend stocks. That means they pay, at any sporadic time of the year. There is dividend stocks that pay every month. So there is a lot of different type of dividend stocks. You just need to do your research, find some dividend stocks that, you are very confident in the company. You're very confident in the product that, or the service that they offer. And then look just and check the history of dividend stocks, that not only that it's a dividend stock, but that they pay out their dividend consistently, quarter after quarter or year after year, without cutting or losing or just completely eliminating their dividend. Because that is something, as you're an investor in dividend paying stocks, as great as they can be, you have to watch out for, companies that are dividend traps. And that's, a whole nother video. But just to give you a little bit of something, for you to watch out for, is watch out for companies that, might look like it's a really great, dividend stock to buy, because you see, hey, this is a really cheap stock. They pay out a lot of money in dividends. And then not too long after you buy that stock, you see the stock price fall more and more. And then ultimately you watch the dividend just disappear, and you're like, hey, what happened to the dividend? So that's something you don't want to get yourself caught up into. But like I said, that's another topic for another video. But you want to find a dividend stock that has a long history of just consistently rewarding its investors, consistently, quarter after quarter, year after year, of just consistently paying out their dividend. And even greater, not only paying it out consistently, but raising their dividend, year after year. Those are just the type of dividend stocks that you could really build great wealth with. So I hope that this video helped you guys out. I hope this video gives you just a much better understanding of what dividend stocks are and how often you could expect dividend stocks to pay out to you and me, the investor. So like I said, I hope this video helped you guys out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And before you guys go, if you guys could just hit the thumbs up button, tap the like button on this video if you have not already. And then if you're not subscribed here to the channel, be sure to hit that red subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell as well. I post videos each and every Monday at 3 o'clock West Coast time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.